Welcome to Passion for Books. My name is Kim. Today I'm bringing you my very first unboxing of the Used Books Monthly Subscription Service. If I can get this right. This is what the box looks like when it comes in. It's kind of a plain box, not like the bookcase club that I get, so just a typical box with the tape seal down here. Okay. So a little bit of background information if you are not familiar with this particular service. It is, again, brand new to me. Used Books Monthly Subscription Service costs $14.99 for the option I chose, which is for 4 books. I will leave the link to the website down below if you're curious to check it out as well. What intrigues me about this subscription service is that it uses books or curates its books from, I believe it is different libraries, so that they stay in circulation. They're not just thrown out or left on the shelf, gathering dust. They get to be still used and loved by different people. You can click on multiple different genres that interest you, and then they will choose books from those genres. So it still is a little bit of a mystery as to what you're going to get, but should be within genres that you actually do enjoy. There are other options, and it costs less for the different ones. I got the max, which was 4 books for $14.99, and that also does include shipping. So I really enjoyed that aspect of it as well. So let us get into this unboxing and see which books I have. Again, I don't know if they're going to be adult or YA, but hopefully within the genres that I did choose. All right. If I remember how this one is different. All right. So when you open it up, it does come in like this. I think because the books are different sizes, that's why it looks like it got a little bit ripped up here because it moved around within transport. But let us see what we got. And it also came with just my statement in here is the last thing that I got. I think one of the books is a collection that I was actually looking at off of bookoutlet.com, so that is pretty cool. So I'm going to ditch the box over this way a little bit as per our normal. All right, so let us look. So this first one is called Herman Wouk's Masterpiece of Adventure and Young Love, and it's called The City Boy. And it's also the author of Young Blood, Hawk, and The Caine Mutiny, if you've read any of those books. So this is what this guy looks like. All right, it says, The City Boy has become one of the best-loved and most successful novels ever written by this master novelist of American life. Translated into a dozen languages, its international popularity has been surpassed only by the author's Pulitzer Prize winning The Caine Mutiny. Alive with the exuberance and innocence of youth, filled with the adventure and young love, it is one of those rare novels whose tremendous appeal spans all ages and all nations. So it really still doesn't tell us a lot about it. So other than it's a young love, so maybe possibly a YA book if it's dealing with young love, or very, very young adult possibly. So there's this one. I'm not exactly sure which, maybe romance is kind of its category possibly. Ooh. So this is Dante, the Divine Comedy, Volume 1, Inferno. I have been looking at wanting to read this book. Ironic, as one of my classic books that I would like to tackle one day. So that's cool that I actually got that. So classic, I think, might have been one of the genres that I picked. So yes. So this is, so if you're not familiar with Dante's Inferno, the vigorous new translation of Inferno preserves Dante's simple, natural style and captures the swift movement of the original Italian verse. Mark Musa's blank verse rendition of the poet's journey through the circles of hell recreates for the modern reader the rich meanings that Dante's poem had for his contemporaries. Musa's introduction and commentaries on each of the cantos brilliantly illuminate the text. So again, it's all of the different circles of hell and how you go and transverse through them. So actually, ironic, I am very interested in this book, and it is one of the classics I want to eventually get to. So it's cool that I actually have the physical copy now. That is pretty cool. So that's one of my classical genres. And this is by Kathleen Yarborough, and it's called The Confidential Life of Eugenia Cooper, and it's a novel. All right. This Wild West adventure just might be the life she was meant to live. So it sounds kind of like a historical romance, possibly. The future is clearly mapped out for New York socialite Eugenia Jenny Cooper, but she secretly longs to slip into the boots of her favorite dime novel heroine and experience just one adventure before settling down. When the opportunity arises, Jenny jumps at the chance to experience the Wild West, but her plans go awry when she is drawn into the lives of Silver Baron Daniel Beck and his daughter and finds herself caring for them more than is prudent, especially as she is supposed to go back to New York and marry another man. As Jenny adapts to the rough and tumble world of 1880s Colorado, she must decide whether her future lies with the enigmatic Daniel Beck or back home with the life planned for her since birth. Will Daniel's past and disgruntled miners bent on revenge take that choice away from her? So again, it sounds like a historical romance, and I don't think I've ever read anything by her either. All right, this looks like a bound copy of all of the books, and it's by Jenna Black. It's The Descendants, the complete Nikki Glass series. So it looks like there is a bound copy of all of them. And I had looked at this, I believe, off of bookoutlet.com. So it's pretty cool that they sent me this copy, and I was not expecting that at all. Kind of makes you wonder how sites are all connected when things that you look at pop up, because I had looked at this on Audible and this on Book Outlet, and it's ironic that these two have now made their way to me. Just food for thought. Leave me some comments down below what you think about that. So I was thinking about this possibly for, if I remember right, for October and my Creepathon type of creepy books selection for that month. So let's read to you what this is about. So as a private investigator in the Washington, D.C. area, Nikki Glass can track down any person. But when her latest client turns out to be an actual descendant of Hades, Nikki soon discovers that her talents are truly God-given. Turns out that Nikki is a living, breathing scion of Artemis the Huntress and has now stepped squarely into a civil war between the children of the gods. A battle of supremacy led Anderson Cain, a god in disguise, who happens to be the son of the Fury, and Constantine, the leader of the Olympians. In the eternal struggle of good God versus bad God, Nikki would make a divine ultimate weapon. But if they think she'll surrender without a fight, the gods must be crazy. So this sounded very intriguing. I'm not sure if it would fit in with my spookier, creepier books, but it is very interesting. I like it that it's about the gods. So very much into the Olympian gods and all that type of mythology. So definitely looking forward to reading this. If not in October, then I can probably definitely pick it up in November. So these are all of the books that I had received this month. Very intrigued, very curious as to how a couple of them got in there based off of me clicking on them from other sites. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and some comments down below. And until my next video, I hope you have a good one. Bye.